Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is a true nerd, and welcome to Flotsam, a post-apocalyptic survival roguelike. Now, I can appreciate you might be a bit skeptical about that claim, given the bright blue colours and the jaunty font and the cheerful music and all of that stuff, but I swear, that's what this actually is. Like, imagine Frostpunk, but happy. And also presumably warmer because all the ice has melted. You know what, let's just dive in. I think you'll pick things up pretty quickly. Also, game just entered early access, not feature complete, still work in progress, diddly diddly dee. So, welcome to the most lovely, colourful apocalypse I've ever seen. It's absolutely magnificent. So, the world's flooded, and by the way, what I really love in this game is, the sea's just like, you know, a blue flat thing. There's actually like a proper seabed modelled underneath it, with like loads of scrap and detritus and stuff. And you never go down there, it's just there because, you know, it makes sense for it to be down there. So like if we just go over here, you can see, yeah, there's a massive boat under the ocean here. And you can never go down there, everything happens up on the surface. But yeah, it's just really cool that it's there. Anyway, we start off with just, yeah, a bit of food and a bit of water in our little floating island here. And that's going to be fine, but give it a few days, we'll probably all die. So we're going to need to build some more stuff, and for that we're going to need resources, so it sure is bloody convenient that the world flooded, and as a result of that, we can help ourselves to a few bits and pieces, because when I mentioned Frostpunk at the beginning, that wasn't just a joke, actually there's quite a few similarities between this and Frostpunk, so let me give you an example. I've got 3 people in my society right now, Fishbait, the Mussel, and Sammy Flot. Marvellous, you guys have adapted to the post-drowning apocalypse really, really well, taking on some lovely, charming, water-themed names, love it. And rather than actually giving them specific jobs, I instead say certain jobs need to be done and the townspeople just sort of figure it out for themselves. So because we're in the floating apocalypse right now, they can basically go out and swim to grab some more supplies. So all I need to do is tell them where to go and scavenge. So place a little salvage zone for swimming drifters. So yeah, here we go. So I want some of you guys to go and pick up, yeah, a big old pile of plastic right here. Because right now we're just gathering plastic and wood. That's the stuff that's going to be floating on the surface an awful lot. So yeah, one of you go and pick up either wood or plastic. Both is good, that's absolutely fine. And we'll also set up, yeah, another zone over here for these guys. Let's just make that a bit bigger. Yeah, you guys, go and pick up, like, as much wood as you can. So actually, yeah, you focus on just wood over there. Absolutely magnificent. In fact, yeah, because there's nothing else for the third person to do, how about you, yeah, help out with this one. Just the second person get over there. So now everybody just goes out and scavenges. So they just hop in the ocean. That person has a nice drink just to keep them going. Yeah, we're burning through that water supply. Water, would you believe, is going to be important because you can't drink seawater just like in real life. So that's going to start running dry pretty bloody quickly. People swim out, but yeah, on their own, they only carry a tiny, tiny bit of plastic. So 5 plastic each. They come back, dump it inside the central storage facility, and yeah, now we've got ourselves a bit of plastic and a bit of wood. But that's wet wood, there's not much we can do with that. So let's start building some resources here. So I've lowered the number of people working over here to 1. So now I've got a spare person currently bumming about not doing anything. So what we need to do now is start basically getting some basic stuff set up. And in particular, wet wood needs to become dry wood. And we've got a fair amount of plastic right now. So what I'm going to do as a starting point is, I'm going to build out a walkway. So start here and then move out to, I tell you what, 8 will do as a starting point. So I can get that for just 8 plastic. So you, as soon as you're done just kind of storing some stuff away there you go. You're just going to go and take care of that. So yeah, you just basically lay out tasks and people just do them as efficiently as they can. Though if you want to, you can influence what they're going to do by setting prioritization if that's your cup of tea. But for the time being, we really don't need to be doing that. Instead, yeah, she's just going to get on with that. One person's gathering plastic, one person's gathering wood. Everything's absolutely flippin' lovely. Because of course, if we build buildings just around the central structure, then it would basically get filled up really, really quickly. So we need to build a walkway out in order to have buildings coming off that walkway. There we go, walkway number 1 is done, and the most important thing we need to start off with is a drying rack to help us convert wet wood into proper dry wood. So there we go, we'll just slap one of them right there, and that person just gets on with building that immediately. That was made out of plastic, just plastic. So yeah, that's the first step towards getting some dry wood we can actually build more advanced stuff with. There we go, drying rack is complete. So now what we're going to say is, wet wood gets converted into dry wood. And yeah, we can fit 3 wet woods on there. So now I've said that, that person's going to stuff in some wet wood. The wet wood over time will become dry wood, and then we can start building. Also, I thought I heard a lovely roar over here. Yes, in the post-apocalypse, there are massive whales that occasionally just do the rounds. They're lovely, and they've also got massive, massive, terrifying tusks. So possibly there was a bit of nuking of the world too, because that's definitely not a normal whale. Right, I'm just going to get down a second drying rack as well, because, yeah, dry wood, we're going to need a lot of, and it does take a little bit of time to produce, so I think we're almost done there. There we go. Now, wet wood becomes dry wood, and in a moment, someone will just grab that, take it back to the storage bay, and then slap in some new wet wood. There we go, the dry wood has been collected, wet wood is collected in its place, that gets dumped over there. This is also going to be for wet wood to dry wood, because yeah, we're not fishing just yet, we've got plenty of food for the time being. The bigger problem is water. That's going to be, you know, a pretty major problem actually, so we definitely need to start making some movement in that direction. And here we go, as soon as I've got myself enough dry wood, I can get myself a distiller, and we can start boiling some fresh water. Here we go, this spur over here, this is going to be where I do my water production. Also, this person's doing a very good job collecting up the dry wood, and once that's all been collected and stored away, we should actually have enough dry wood to get ourselves our first distiller here. Marvellous. So, while we're working on that, let's actually talk about the wider world here, because people can only swim so far. They can only swim within this circle. And there's plenty of stuff to be collected outside of this circle. On top of that, there's an island over here, but I can't get to it because it's too far away. To get to that and to get to all this other stuff, we're going to be needing to build some boats. So that's what we want to get to sooner or later. But for the time being, we need to sort out, yes, the water crisis. Unfortunately, yeah, you can't just create water. You need fuel in order to boil it because something desalination. I'm not actually sure how this is supposed to work precisely. So to create firewood to make water, we're going to be needing ourselves a woodworking shed. So we can have that right opposite where the wood's being produced. That seems like a good spot for that sort of a thing. So, the number of jobs that needs doing is going up. So what I'm going to say right now is, yeah, once this person's done collecting a tiny bit more wood, I'm going to say you're actually done. In fact, you know what? I think you're done right now. We're going to remove this marker, and you are now going to return and get on with some other jobs, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs doing right now. For example, dry wood needs to get turned into fuel. And basically, yeah, we also need to get to... Hello there, Mr. Wow. I don't think the giant, terrifying tooth whale actually eats people, but I can't rule it out, so maybe just keep our distance. Yeah, we need to create some fuel. Then we need to create, basically, some water, if we can. So just queue that up. Or, of course, you can just say, make it infinitely as long as you are able to do so. Also, I just accidentally produced rope instead of the thing I actually needed, which was firewood. But that's fine. We're going to need rope sooner or later anyway, so that's not a waste. Here we go, wood getting turned into firewood, firewood being stored over here, firewood gets shoved into the distiller, and with just one more bit of firewood, we can start producing some water and thus reduce the risk of imminently dying. And there we go, water is now being produced. So everyone's also going to be on the tide side, so yeah, we should probably get a bed down here. When we say a small house, which is what this is officially called, it is just a bed floating next to a path. So, yeah, we'll just have one of those. Maybe over here is a bit more of a peaceful place for that. Yeah, we can just squeeze in one bed over here. Only one bed for all of you for the time being. You're just going to have to, like, sleep in shifts. So, this is where my water production's going to be. This over here, this is like my production and manufacturing wing. And this part over here, this is going to be where the boats are. It's time for us to build our first little boat so we can do much more efficient scavenging. Because, of course, if you go out with a boat, you can bring a lot more back. I think like twice as much. So, first up, we need to build a mooring point. So, we'll get one of those in... we get actually one in both sides? Yeah, we can just squeeze one in both sides, which is very convenient. So, we'll get one of them in right there. And once we've got that down, yeah, we're one plastic shy of building a salvaging boat. So, I'll just send someone out to pick up a tiny bit more plastic. So, yeah, one more little thing over here. Just plastic, please. Somebody go and take care of that. There we go. That's the plastic we need there. So now, our first ever boat goes down. And here we go. The boat is ready to go. And as a result of that, I can now set a scavenging zone for the boat, which can be a lot further out, which is very bloody convenient indeed. But we may as well actually, yeah, just go and actually mop up what's closest to us first. So, somebody just go out and take care of that in the boat, please. Oh, yeah, that's a lot more efficient. So they're just basically going over there, grabbing a bunch of stuff, and yeah, they can carry 10 things back to base. Flippin' love it. Now, you may be noticing at this point, hang on, John, you're burning through water at a terrifying rate, despite the fact that you've got one person working on water and one person producing firewood all the time, so surely you simply don't have enough people to stay alive. And indeed, I don't. It's a bit of a problem because what we're on right now is not just an island we're going to grow. It's floating, meaning it's effectively a boat. We need to basically sail our town around looking for greener pastures, stuff we can scavenge, new survivors, etc, etc, etc. Because right now, sooner or later, all of this stuff's just going to be used up. So that island over there, very conveniently, has got itself, yeah, a mast, some rope, and some metal scrap, which, you know, conveniently enough is precisely what we need. So somebody head over to that island and do a bit of a salvage, please. And no. We've got enough materials right now, actually. Cancel that expedition. Take the boat over to the island instead. Let's see what we can get over there. And also, yeah, just keep extending the town out in this direction. We can have some beds over here. That's lovely. And yeah, you can actually go and check out how the expedition's going if you want to. So we've just sailed around over here. And now he's just, yeah, he's nipped up here. He's doing his scavenging. It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I just love the way this game looks. It's so nice and jolly and colourful for a post-apocalypse game. There we go. Island has officially been scavenged. You're now heading over in this direction. I'm aware water is dangerously low. It's all a-okay. Don't worry. I'm sure it's under control. Food's fine at least, so that's good. And yeah, we're producing water as fast as we can, really. And how much do we have here? Yeah, we've got 2 water just waiting to be carried over to the central building. So I think we're more or less stable on water for the time being. The boat returns, the materials are dumped into the central building, and as soon as they've all been delivered from the boat to storage, we'll be in good shape to actually be on our way. Because, yeah, we should probably move on to the next environment, because if we look at the map over here, yeah, next place over, villagers. We need a couple of extra pairs of hands. And I'd say the sails deserve pride of place right at the flipping front. So there we go. Let's build the sails here and then be on our way. Though while somebody's building that, yeah, just head over here and grab us a bit of wood. We do actually need a bit more wood because we're out of wet wood, meaning we're burning through our dry wood without replacing it. Then again, we're out of plastic too, so maybe just, yeah, come over here and just grab a bit of everything. And there we go. The sails are ready to go. Flippin' love it. So, let's just do one quick scavenging trip over here just to top up our supplies, and then move on and meet some brand new friends. There we go. The boat returns. We've now got fresh wet wood we can start drying. We've got ourselves a little bit of plastic at the bare minimum. You know what? Let's be on our way. We have got sails. We've got wind going in the right direction. Let's go find some friends. So, brand new part of the world here. Slow down time for a second. And there we go. We've got a couple of people chilling out on this island. And elsewhere, we have got ourselves... Where's the other place? There it is. So, this island is a bit of an island of mystery. Unlike that first island, we don't know what's going to be over there because we're not salvaging something we can see, we're scavenging something that's a bit of an unknown. So, going to be a random selection of things. Could be a bit of a risk to go over there. We might not get what we need, but we might also get something really rare and valuable. And on top of that, scavenging gets your research points in order to unlock some new technology, like the ability to store more water, more advanced ways to create new water. Yeah, important bits and pieces. So we definitely want to be doing that before we leave. But for the time being, yeah, actually, I think priority number 1 is somebody go and rescue, no, not the Shack Town. Here we go, the Lonely Island. Somebody go and rescue Hurley's Sweaty Boat and Cecil Squid Croquette. I'm so glad everyone's enjoying the water-based apocalypse so much you've all taken on pun names. It's marvellous. And on this occasion, yeah, there's barely any resources whatsoever within swimming range. So, there's a little bit over here. Let's just actually make that a little bit larger. Yeah, my swimmers can pick up, like, 20 wood. So, one person go and do that, just so we've actually got some wood coming in. One of you others go and pick up the survivors. And somebody else, we're out of firewood. So somebody else, start chopping plenty of firewood, please. And at some point, we're going to be needing some more beds. Because, yeah, 1 bed for 5 people is probably not going to be enough. Like, 2. 2 is a good starting point there. Then we're going to need some more plastic. And, yeah, there's no plastic in easy scavenging range, or at least not in terms of swimming. And, yeah, this is slow. Slow going when you're swimming for things that are far away. Really, I should probably build a second scavenging boat. That'd probably be a very good idea, just as an investment. And over on the island, I think we've actually made some new friends. Absolutely love it. There we go. Welcome, new friends. You guys are now heading back to base. Love it. And sadly, nothing on your island to scavenge, but it's nice to have you with us. Now, obviously, with 5 people, water and food are going to start going down faster. So, water infrastructure. That's the priority here. We've got to get the water sorted out, like, as soon as possible. So, number 1, we're going to need more plastic in order to scavenge. Wood's going to be fine just for the minute, but I wouldn't say no to a big zone over here. In fact, you know what? Cancel that one, because that's just wood. So, get rid of that. Nobody swim over there. That would be a terrible waste of time. Instead, yeah, take the boat out to this part of the world and help yourself to... yeah, that should be slightly more plastic than wood, just in terms of law of averages, because they just pick up whatever they run into, but as they're slightly more plastic, hopefully, on average, they should return with slightly more plastic. So hopefully that should be fine. Also, just check on my new people. Right, Sweaty and Squid did show up with pretty much full meters in terms of food and water. So they're not going to be needing to drink anytime soon. That's good, at least. Also, check them for traits, because people have traits. So you move really slowly. And you need less sleep. Okay, my friend the mussel, you eat less, that's all good. Fish bait, she gets thirsty faster. That's very bad, you're a flipping liability. And you move faster. Okay, that's good. Okay, Sweaty, as you move around really flipping slowly, what I'm going to have you do is, yeah, the actual chopping. You can just stay in the workshop and do that work as it becomes available. And Sammy Flot, as you move around super fast, you are going to be handling the scavenging. Okay, we've got plenty of dry wood. So, yep, start producing giant piles of firewood. Just make huge amounts of firewood. With that, we need this thing to be on, like, all the time. So, you know what? For the time being, in fact, at this point, just basically say infinite. Produce water as much as you can. Like, if there's any firewood, just keep producing flipping water, alright? And you're just going over there, starting to do a bit of scavenging, absolutely lovely. Bring back some plastic, and then, yeah, we should get a second scavenging boat underway, because we need to be bringing in wood and plastic on the regular, just to make sure we've always got enough firewood, while still having enough other materials to keep expanding. And actually, this works out just perfectly. He's come back with mostly plastic. We did need a bit more plastic, and people are getting tired. We need more beds. Okay, let's get a second bed down, because, well, admittedly, the first bed isn't even actually in use right now, so let's get 2 down anyway, just in case. Oh, water is a disaster right now. We're all going to flipping die, so this is... It may be colourful and charming, but you're still all going to horribly die, right? It is just happy Frostpunk, or rather, Frostpunk that looks happy. It's still a terrifying nightmare of everybody dying. Here we go. Bed number 2 goes down, and we've almost got the materials for another distiller. We really do need another distiller at some point, but investing in our boat capacity, that's probably a good idea. So, get down a second mooring right about here, except hang on. If that goes there, then the boat is... I think the boat's on the left. Hopefully the boat is... Yes, the boat will not be trapped. Marvellous. Now, we're going to be needing ourselves 1 rope here, because I believe you need a rope to create a boat, because, you know, the boat is literally tied to the mooring. So let's get 1 rope in production. How are our supplies of everything else right now? We've got plenty of firewood, alright, so just keep that water in production, because we're kind of running out of everything. Okay, everything's fine. It's not a problem. Everything's under control. Oh, we are teetering on the edge of disaster right now. We have got no water in our supply whatsoever. But there is 3 water waiting right there to be delivered. So, everything's under control. It's all absolutely fine. Okay, I could build a fishing boat at this point. Or, I could build another scavenging boat. Okay, go for scavenging boat number 2. I feel like we need scavenging boat number 2 here. Once we've got 2 people scavenging simultaneously, we're going to have more wood coming in, which means we might well be able to actually build and maintain a second distiller. Okay, boat number 2 is coming in, and yeah, if I'd built a fishing boat, all of those little patches of fish over there, we could start getting food. But food is not the priority right now. The priority is, yeah, getting the resources in play that we can actually get ourselves enough water to not die. Right, somebody go over and scavenge that island. It's a bit of a mystery, but we're in a bit of a desperate situation right now, so go and do it. Because I'm not leaving until we've scavenged that island for research points, if nothing else. So, whether the resources on it are going to be any good, I don't know. Because, if need be, we can move straight on for one very good reason. The next spot is a leaking water tower. So, we can top up our water supplies at the next place. But I don't want to go there until I feel like, yeah, we've ransacked this place as well as we can. Because sure, that would be useful for topping us up, and right now we are right on the edge of dying of thirst. But, yeah, we need to be able to support ourselves, alright? It is important that we can prove we are capable of supporting ourselves. And yeah, there's like 3 water just waiting to be picked up right now. So, we're fine. Everything's under control. Now, actually, let's actually expand, yeah, the actual dock over here. Because we are going to need a fishing boat sooner or later because, yeah, food's going down fast. Because of that whole situation where we decided to, you know, not actually bother building a fishing boat. How are you getting on over there, by the way? So far you found yourself giant piles of dry wood. Fine, he's found 10 dry wood and he's coming back. And he's also found 3 research points, but yeah, there's more yet. And it's a fairly long way away, so it's a long trip backwards and forwards. And when he gets back, he's going to be hungry and thirsty. There's a massive toothy whale over there. That's a bit concerning. Still, at least the boat has returned with, yeah, a giant pile of dry wood. So that means a giant pile of firewood, meaning we can keep this thing going. And actually, speaking of which, how much more do we need for... Ooh, we need slightly more dry wood, but plenty of that's on the boat right now, so that's not a problem. And 1 more plastic. But now we've got 2 boats bringing in supplies, we should be in good shape. And yes, I'm aware there's no water, everything's a bit of a problem. There we go, massive tusky whale breaches, and on top of that we got ourselves an extended dock. So we should probably build a fishing boat, really, shouldn't we? And yeah, you start drying some fish when we actually get some fish. But we're going to be needing a 3rd boat. That might be a bit over the top, to be honest, but ooh. I could build a 2nd distiller right now. That kind of feels like a really good idea, actually. Yeah, screw it. We need 2 distillers. We blatantly aren't keeping up with the water supply as it is. But we have got supplies coming in off our 2 scavenging boats, so going on a fishing expedition should not be too difficult. In fact, you know what? Get the 3rd mooring set up right now, ready to have ourselves a fishing boat. And as we're okay for wood for the time being, bring me plastic, please. Just go and bring me plastic rather than wood. I just need a giant pile of plastic. Because, yeah, if he brings me back 7 plastic, we can actually get ourselves a fishing boat set up. Also, how's that island doing so far? 20 dry wood. Right, so dry wood aplenty over on the mysterious Shack Town Island. So he's just got back with another 10 right there. So somebody, please produce firewood as fast as you can, because can't help but notice we're not actually producing any water right now, which is a problem, because we kind of need to be, because we're all dying of thirst. So everybody just produce as much water as you can, please. Okay, cancel that trip over there. Bring the boat back, okay? Our only plan at the minute is survive long enough to finish ransacking the mysterious island for research points and whatever else it's got on it, okay? Priority for the time being right now is, yeah, go over to Operation Fishing, please. Somebody build us a fishing boat as fast as possible. Get out there, catch some fish. We are now double producing water. And this place should be, yeah, just pump out basically as much flipping firewood as we can. This place should just be never-ending water, alright? We need so much flipping water. And we do have a very convenient fish shoal right there. So there we go. Fish shoal zone has now been created. There's 25 fish to be caught there. I count slightly over 25, but whatever. It's nice and close by. We should be able to get there, grab fish, come back. Everything's going to be okay. How are we doing on water, by the way? There's some water ready to be exported over there. So as soon as someone actually takes that back to base, we do have water. And people are just falling asleep at the distiller right now because I'm overworking them to death. Love it. Oh, but this is bloody convenient. This guy's actually found 10 firewood. Beautiful. 10 firewood on the island right now. It's not fully explored yet, though. We've got up to... we're up to 6 research points. Right. That might mean we're allowed to actually research something. So... an improved house, so presumably, yeah, people can rest faster, or a scrapsmith, so create screws and pipes. We don't really need them yet for anything. Storage for water. Well, I'm one step ahead of you, game. I don't need storage for water, because I don't have any water. Ha! Outwitted ya. Now, I could start grilling some fish, but you can just dry the fish, and that's probably for the best for the time being. Yeah, for now, we just need to get... Oh, please, somebody work on building something, please. We desperately need to start building something. By which I mean, you guys need to wake the flip up. Here we go. The sleepyheads have woken up, and the boat's almost constructed. Build me a boat. Go get some fish. We're now out of food and water. This is not a good situation, but... people are starting to wake up. We are producing water. This is good. Somebody get out there and catch some flipping fish. You better be going to catch some fish. Damn straight. Get out there. Bring us some fish. Oh, Flip, we're saved. He's found canned goods. He's actually found canned goods. Food is making its way back to camp right now. Oh, you magnificent bastard. 2 firewood, 8 food. Right. So food is coming in. Don't worry, guys. We're bringing in food right now. And also, more food over here. How many fish can we catch, by the way? 10. So 10 fish can be caught. Then we can dry them. That's all absolutely okay. Oh, we're kind of out of wood, to be perfectly honest. But we've got enough firewood to keep us going for the time being. So convert both of these racks to, yeah, drying fish. Because we definitely need some dry fish. And also, you're coming back with... yeah, you're coming back with more firewood. So, we are mass-producing water. Canned goods are coming in. Fish are coming in, alright? We have made it, guys. We are on easy street right now. We're under control. Everything's going to be fine. Okay, we're just about holding on here. Food has jumped up to 4. This thing's saying water's at 2, but at the top it says 0. So, as I say, early access, not feature complete, work in progress, diddly diddly dee. Oh, and that lovely noise means we're done exploring that island. Right, what did you actually get off it in the end? Nothing. The final trip actually produced... hang on, what did you actually get? 6 food, actually. 6 food is really damn good. 6 food together with some more research. So, what do I want to do in terms of research? Being able to, yeah, actually grill some fish. That seems like a good idea. Yep, let's get it done. But in order to actually make a fish kebab, we're going to be needing various bits of metal junk. And we've not got any of that right now, so no matter. For the time being, we're just actually, yeah, drying the fish right there. So that's a sad little fish right there, but soon it will be dry fish. And then we can eat it. But actually, oh, there we are. Look at that, we've done it. We've made it past the catastrophically dangerous day 2. Also, hang on, what's wrong with you? Are you okay right now? I think this person might be so exhausted, hungry, or thirsty they're sick. But they look okay for the time being. I think, yeah, maybe they were temporarily just hungry for too long. They started starving to death. Yeah, people will lose health if they don't have access to water, which is a shame because they very often don't have access to water. Are you guys back, by the way? Are all the boats present and accounted for? Yes, the boats are present and accounted for. Oh, Flip, we've done it. We've survived, for the moment at least. Right, okay. Are we good to maybe do a couple of expeditions just to top up our basic supplies? Because now food and water stabilised, I think we're okay. Here we go. Somebody bring in some water. Somebody else bring in some plastic. There's, yeah, 2 trips of plastic there. So you guys get on with that, please. So 2 people out in 2 boats. Just go and do those 2 little expeditions. 3 other people are just going to stay here and produce water and mind the food situation, which should now be under control. There we go. Food keeps ticking up because each dried fish is only worth 0.5 because it hasn't been, like, properly cooked. It's just dried. So, yeah, it'll be worth more when we can actually cook the damn thing. Small problem, though. We're actually out of... we're out of firewood. And normal wood, too, actually. So that's less good. Okay, let's actually, get some more wood in production. Here comes some more wood now. Flippin' love it. Yeah, right now we've got no wood, and thus we've got no firewood, and thus we've once again got no water. Right, so we're right back to almost dying. Good. But at least people are now, finding their way to the beds and having a nice sleep. So that's nice. Also, I had a bit of a plan, which is, what if we had a tiny storage yard over here next to the distillers? Because what we should do is we should say, yeah, this little place in the middle should not store firewood. Firewood should be stored right next to where it is most urgently needed in a special dedicated resource over here. Here we go, specialised firewood storage yard right here, right next to where it needs to be. Okay, we've got some wood, we've got some plastic. we're running out of water and we're all about to die. So, I've got a plan. I'd say, lads, it's time for us to move on for the time being. So, over to the map. Let's go check out that water tower, because having some spare water, that would not be the worst thing in the world. Also, oil. I suspect we're going to be needing to build ourselves a little engine or something to go any further. Okay, let's see what we've got over here. We got ourselves one leaking water tower, which generates 20 water. Right, somebody get right over there, do that immediately. Other than that, we got ourselves, okay, a couple of other bits and pieces. That is an abandoned shack, so, okay. Island of Mysteries and Research, alternatively, Factory Ruins. So, okay, oil, which apparently we can use to, like, I don't know, go against the wind or something? I'm not 100% clear. Maybe there's like an engine built into this thing that just generally we're not able to fuel. So one scavenging vessel is just going to go and grab us some water. That's marvellous. And yeah, with water coming in for free, we're probably free to actually send out, yeah, every single one of our boats. So one of these boats, just go over here, grab ourselves a ton of plastic, and fishers, you go and grab us a big old pile of fish, please. Now that should leave 2 people on the boat, who I'm assuming will just get on with, yeah, basic low-level day-to-day water production. But hurry up with that water trip, because yeah, people are sort of dying of thirst right now. Though there is going to be some spare water coming in momentarily. And yeah, actually looking at it, with fish coming in and wood still needing to be dried, we should probably get down, yeah, another drying rack as soon as we can, though I can't quite afford that right at this moment. Oh, you gotta love that leaking water tower. That's very bloody convenient right there. Giant piles of water. Everybody loves giant piles of water. How are you actually going to get the water down, by the way? And are you going to be smart enough to actually drink some while you're over there? And the answer is, there's a little kind of pipe down there. So you're just going to get it out of the pipe that way. Marvellous. And I'm guessing, yeah, you can only carry 5. So it's going to take him 2 trips up to top to actually fill up the boat with 10 before he comes on his way. Meanwhile, we got ourselves scavenging and fishing and whatnot. And it's a very pretty game, isn't it? I do like how pretty it is. Oh, and here comes the water boat as giant piles of plastic arrive. And there we go. With that giant pile of plastic, get ourselves a brand new drying rack. Down, in fact, yeah, you two may have been a bit too far apart, to be honest. We can probably squeeze, sadly can't squeeze that in. Right, well now I need to make this one as far apart, otherwise it's going to annoy me, it's not properly symmetrical. So there we go, now I need to waste a bit of space, that's a shame. Oh, here it comes, giant piles of water, that's right, just shove the water into the thing. And actually, as you get water, it does actually fill up this little thing right here, which is kind of cool. There we go. Water is arriving, though admittedly people are rushing up and drinking it as soon as it arrives, because, yeah, if they don't, then they're dying. So, you know, that's fine. They're drinking, they're restoring health, no one's actually dying at this exact moment in time, so that's nice, and yeah, 2 trips will actually empty that water place, which is actually arguably a little bit on the concerning side, because, yeah, we could have done with more water than that, actually. Still, we are at 7 right now. 7 is good, and we've got plenty of, yeah, we've got the ability to create plenty of firewood. Right, produce tons of firewood right now, get loads of water, everything is just about okay. And the new rack shall be for fish. Absolutely magnificent. So, yeah, now we can start actually drying some fish. And we've also got, yeah, enough for a new bed. We definitely could do with a 3rd bed here, because people seem to be exhausted and falling asleep at their job, and that's not good, because then they recover a lot more slowly. Also, why are you guys going all the way over there when there's actually another fish thing, like, right flipping here? Okay, the water tower has now been officially ransacked, so 10 water is on its way back, and then as soon as that gets back, it's probably time for us to maybe go and do the Mystery Island, which is actually very close by, so that shouldn't take too long. Now, we do also have a problem that, yeah, fish drying is slow. So I think we actually need yet another drying rack just for the sake of the fish, which can just squeeze on the end over here, which is more or less symmetrical with the others. I'm satisfied enough with that. And are we actually out of... Right, we're actually out of wet wood for the time being, so move this one over to fish drying for the moment. In fact, yeah, we need some wood. We've got, well, actually, we've not got much plastic. We've been spending it as fast as we get it, but screw it, we need wood anyway. Where is the nearest source of wood? There is, oh, there is no good source of wood in these waters. Right, all the way over there you go, please. Still, we do actually have, yeah, giant pile of water just waiting to be unloaded, and plenty of fish drying, so... we're okay for now. We're okay for now, but yeah. Now, somebody go and scavenge the abandoned shack. Oh, look at that. Water at 15. I flippin' love it. Double distillery as well. Oh, this is marvellous. This is absolutely marvellous. Right. Probably for the time being, do we need both of those on? For now, 0.5 food. That's less good. But we do have multiple drying racks for fish going on right now. So we're okay. We're okay for now. And also we've got... Okay, we've got enough wood to actually get a little bit of firewood going on. Not much. Maybe for the time being. Yeah, we just turned this one off. Remember, I've turned that one off. That's what the light bulb symbol means right there. Good, good, good. So yeah, start going over and doing a bit of ransacking on the nearby islands. Also, I like the ransacking because when something's being ransacked, it kind of jiggles, which is kind of fun. Right, what have you actually found down there, by the way? What are you holding right now? Aha, he's found food. Good, that's precisely what we needed. Though if you'd like to find some random metal components, that'd be good too. And by the way, you're already done with that place. Wow, okay. That place was a bit on the small side. Got it. Still, he's bringing some dried wood back with him, so that's not too bad either. Yeah, 7 food, 3 wood. It'll do. So that one was nice and fast. And up to 13 research points. Right. Are there good ones I should take in terms of, like, say, 10? I mean, I'm tempted by this here solar still, because that generates fresh water without needing fuel, and it doesn't actually require metal to put together. That's pretty tempting right there. Yeah, plenty of this stuff, I need metal, which I haven't actually found any of yet, so I'm going to go for the solar still, because I can actually build one of those. It's a bit on the expensive side in terms of wood, but the amount of firewood it'll save me is potentially very significant. Right, just extend out the water production arm a little bit right there. Love it. Because, yeah, we need to get ourselves a brand new solar still down. For that, we're going to be needing giant piles of wood, only a tiny bit of plastic. Now, we've got the water and the food to sustain us for the time being, especially, yeah, there's a bunch of food on that boat waiting to be unloaded. And now we've got double fish drying facilities. So, I think we're okay. I think we're okay for the minute, though. Actually, somebody ought to go and get the oil. Because until we've got the oil, we can't actually move on. In fact, I think it's impossible. Yeah, it would be impossible for us to actually move on. And we need the option to be able to move on, just in case everything goes to hell. Here we go, we have made it to the oil foundry. And by the way, I just love how, yeah, people do actually explore by, like, you know, running along pipes, diddly diddly dee. Now, is there anything else there aside from... No, it is just the oil. Fine, she's not going to find anything else there. So, we've now got ourselves 1 oil. Whatever that does, potentially. Well, lets us travel places, so that's good. That's all absolutely a-okay, and... plenty of wood coming in too, and I suspect also, hang on, wasn't there? Yeah, you poor bastards are swimming all the way over here, which is a very long way to go. Still, we've now got all the basics down, which is good. And with the expeditions done, yeah, that frees up a boat to go and pick up some plastic. So we do need some plastic. Someone go over there and take care of that. Then again, hang on. Right now we're also, yeah, we're fishing together with wood collection, together with plastic collection. So there's only actually 2 people left on the actual boat right now, which is not many. I mean, it's just about enough for 1 person to be doing chopping of wood and 1 person to be producing water, but that's not really enough to support 5 people. I mean, I'm very tempted to say, oh, that just means we need more people to help out in the town, but then, of course, those people also need water and food, so that's probably a terrible idea. Oh, here we go. The solar still. Boom. And a bit actually left over just to get a bit of firewood sorted out, because we definitely need some of that too. But yeah, now we're going to have water just being passively generated. Love it. In fact, I'm thinking with that in play, do we want to potentially salvage the second of the distillers? Because 1 distiller and 1 solar still might actually be enough together. Well, that'll be enough for 5 people, I'd say. But if we expand, let's keep it here just in case. Alright, I'm cancelling the markers at this point. I'd say we've probably got enough in play for the minute. So, there's a bit of wood coming in right now. We're drying it right now. There's still... Oh, wow, there's so many unloaded boats. Yeah, we kind of need somebody who just lives on this island, whose only job is basically being a hauler. Because the boats are just sitting there being not unloaded for bloody ages, and that's not good. Oh, there she is. She's beautiful, but, okay, she's also very slow at producing water. And, we're out of water. and this was the territory that had, like, you know, a massive water tower in it. Okay, this has maybe been not perfect, but everyone's back on the boat right now. Food's under control. We got ourselves this here solar still. We got ourselves just about enough firewood for now. It's like, you know, there's some here. Yeah, both of these are full up, so we can produce plenty of water here. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. Right, let's move on. Figure out what we want to do next, because... ooh, villagers. Okay, so the thing about villagers is I don't know if we can really support additional villagers, but then again... if we were to bring more villagers on board, then the island would run more efficiently because we could be running more things at once. Okay, let's have some more villagers. So, pause for a second. Let's see what's going on here because, yeah, it's not just villagers, it's other stuff too. So we've got ourselves a couple of people over there. Hello over there, so 2 people want to be rescued. Okay, any chance you'd be happy with me rescuing, like, 1 of you? Because 2 might be a bit much, but 1 would be lovely. Alternatively, beautiful viaduct right here, giant piles of metal. With that, I can start actually cooking some fish. Love it. And over here, giant piles of seaweed. So, I'm gonna work under the assumption that's some sort of food, because you can eat seaweed. In fact, yeah, dry crispy seaweed is flipping delicious. So, okay, that all seems good. Also, oh, just look at this. Resources. So many resources. Okay, this is good. Step 1, let's actually top up some of our basic supplies. So, one of you guys in the boat, just get over there and, yeah, just basically grab absolutely all of that wood. Now, in terms of fish are... okay, fish are a bit on the further away side. In fact, hang on, where are the fish? Okay, there's some fish over there. It's not great. Are there any closer fish, or is food a bit harder to get hold of? Okay, there's not a huge amount of food in this area at all, and because it's so far away, probably best we just immediately get someone moving in that direction. Yeah, okay. Get someone moving over there. So, fish beacon, over to you guys. But, if we can actually cook the fish, it would actually be worth more. So, as a result of that, somebody go and scavenge the metal as a priority. So that's 3 people heading out immediately. We've got, yeah, wood, so we can produce water, metal, so we can cook the fish, and fish coming in that we're going to be able to cook, and thus it'll last longer. So, put all that together, we should be in good shape. Yeah, I am seeing the problem here. We simply don't have the manpower to actually produce the water we need to live. So, possibly, if we had more people, we'd actually produce more water, because we can actually afford to... alright, fine. You know what, you stupid bastards? We're coming to get ya. And boat number 1 is back with a giant pile of metal. But yeah, because we don't have any spare hands, no one's unloading it. This is why we need more people. So unloading can happen faster. Because yeah, the person gets off, but very often by the time they get back, they're hungry and thirsty. So they need to go and eat and drink first before they unload. So if we had spare people, this would all run more efficiently. And oh, what the bloody hell? That's not how you boat. I love how she's literally stripping the cars as she actually goes through, by the way. It's lovely. Beautiful, beautiful, colourful animations. I love them. Okay, 2 new people have joined the crew. Rusty, who grows tired fast, and Hook, who also grows tired fast. Right, so I've brought 2 useless people on board. Marvellous. Still, at least they are doing their jobs. The moment boats are arriving right now, they're being unloaded. And the moment they're unloaded, yeah, we can start straight away slapping down some more stuff here. So actually, you know what? We're going to make you about drying wood for the time being. Because fish is fine, but actually, hang on. Hang on. How close are we to... oh, the next time we actually unload some metal, we can actually get ourselves a beautiful, beautiful fish kebab. Love it. Right, now that should probably... be close by to... yeah, if we were storing fish right here... okay, hang on. I've got a new plan. What we should do is store the fish right out by where we're about to cook it. Ah, except hang on. I'm gonna guess this also needs fuel. Does this need fuel as well? Because, no, hang on. Cancel that, actually. Cancel that. I'm guessing this is going to need fuel. And also, bloody hell, we need more firewood. Someone make more firewood, please. Time for you guys to earn your flipping keep. Yeah. We're going to need 1 fish kebab right here. But I'm going to work under the assumption that that's going to be needing fuel. And also, yeah, that means we're going to be wanting to store fish here in the dedicated... Actually, hang on, no. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. So, just get rid of that, actually, because we can just store fish in here. This here can store... No, not oil or cooked fish. Alright, raw fish can be stored in there together with the firewood. They can both fit in there, no problem whatsoever. Then they're nice and close by, ready to be cooked, but the cooked fish itself comes over here. I really hope this does work, by the way, because we're pretty much out of water and also food right now. We're out of pretty much everything. So my plan to bring more people on board hasn't gone spectacularly well yet in some ways, and also, oh yeah, we probably should extend out this whole area just because, yeah, there's the slight problem that there's nowhere near enough beds. Okay, the metal has now been grabbed, and we already brought in all the wood. Oh, I think we've brought in all the wood. Okay, there's more wood over there, so somebody get over there. We need all of that wood too, but it's not that much wood, to be honest. And yeah, only one of our boats is actually in use right now. Someone else, go and salvage the seaweed, because one, that's close by, and two, it might actually be food. So if we can eat it, let's eat it. And do we have enough actual firewood coming in right now? We've got some firewood coming in. Yeah, just keep converting that wood right now, because yeah, we've got plenty of supplies. We just don't seem to be converting it into anything useful fast enough. And yep, you guys, in the event of fish, then convert fish into cooked food as fast as possible, but that's going to require fuel. Now, we've got a giant pile of fuel. I want to say giant pile of fuel, like 2. That's some impressive stacking for only 2, but whatever. Oh, there we go. Fish is being cooked. Lovely. We've actually got some fish being cooked right now, though. I think we need more fuel to keep it going. Now, there should be fuel. Yes, there's definitely fuel. Somebody focus on cooking, please. Okay, new people, one of you focus overwhelmingly on cooking, one of you focus overwhelmingly on drinking water. Because I can't help but notice Hook is most definitely dying there. Hook is dying due to lack of everything. So, if you want to eat, you're gonna need to flippin' cook. Okay, we've got ourselves some raw seaweed. If everyone would just like to try eating it, that would be magnificent. That would really be helpful to me. Okay, one thing I will definitely say needs a bit of work here, which is prioritization. So you see there, I've basically said everybody in the entire world, your top priority is dealing with the desalination and purification and whatever of water. And yet, right now, one of my water purifiers is not doing anything. Despite the fact that literally everybody has been told their top priority, if there is the chance to purify water, should be purifying water. So, yes, it definitely feels like people aren't quite listening to what I'm telling them to do as much as they should be. Okay, on the plus side, the actual fish cookery is going well. We're up to 6.5 food right now, and finally, people have decided to use both of the distillers at once. Marvellous. Though, speaking of fish, are we actually out of fish in this area? I think we might be out of fish in this area. Yeah, we are. So I could scavenge for a bit more in the way of wood and plastics, and quite frankly, while it's just right there, it would kind of feel, yeah, wasteful not to just grab some of this in a couple of boat trips while we're passing by. Once we grab that, we should probably get in our way. And beyond that, yeah, let's just actually extend out the walkways a bit, because things are getting a bit crowded here. Okay, but on the plus side, I did say I wanted 6 people rather than 7, and Juniper Hook McFlush is apparently about to die, so that's good. But then again, we should probably try and stop that if we can. Right, everybody back to the boat, please. Everybody back to the boat. We're moving on. Oh, flipping perfect. There's a water tower right here. But yeah, if I wanted to, I could take a free move over to an oil factory. We've got enough oil for the time being, so let's go straight to the water, please. And we've also got a giant pile of metal here, so that's nice. But no, you guys know what you're doing. First up, somebody straight over to the bloody water tower. And everybody else, we got plenty of wood around here. And actually, we've got loads of wood. Not much in the way of plastic, and in terms of fish... Oh, hang on, we might have a problem here. What are we planning to... Okay, there's like one bit of fish over here. So, somebody get on that, like, right the flip away. And somebody else just start bringing in wood. Where's the nearest wood? That's probably the nearest. Actually, hang on. This one's probably just slightly closer, actually. So, yeah, bring all that in. That's lovely. We're fine on metal for now, but yeah, we'll go over to the viaduct if we can later. And hang on, was that a second... Was that a second one we haven't actually put a thing down on yet? Okay, there's another fish over here, but it's very out of the way. Hang on, there's some fish right flipping there, right next to base. No, guys, go there instead, go there instead. That's definitely better. And don't die for the minute. Juniper, hold on. Water is literally incoming. Okay, I think she's had a drink, but she's still pretty much almost dead. So, hopefully she'll be fine. Okay, the fish have started arriving, and with that, we have got, yeah, a decent food source coming in right now. We should be alright for the time being, just shoving in some lovely, lovely food. And when I say lovely, lovely food, like, a bit of food. Like, people aren't dying. Well, they're not dying of thirst. They might die of starvation, but they're not dying of thirst. I consider that a victory at this point. In fact, yeah, let's turn the drying racks off food, because at this point, yeah, fish being converted into dry fish is just a waste of fish. We should be cooking it instead. Okay, the water tower has now been fully ransacked. That's great. We're already down to 7, 10 more's on the way. And that's just metal. I mean, should we even bother with that right now? I don't know. It's probably a good idea. Do I need another boat, by the way? I mean, I feel like another boat would not be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, let's get another boat down. Yeah, I think what we need here is fishing boat number 2. Right now, we're just not getting in the food fast enough, as it turns out that seaweed is like a cabbage type thing and nobody wants to eat it for some reason. Okay, I've rationalized the port slightly, so now all 4 are on one more open side, because yeah, this boat kept getting stuck when it was trying to get out. So things should run a lot more smoothly these days, assuming this world's not about to completely trash my town, though we're also completely out of wood. So okay guys, time to move on actually, time to move on, because otherwise we're all gonna die. Food's looking good though. Now apparently in this direction I've got a free move over towards animals. I don't know what animals are, but I'm guessing we can eat them, or at least I really hope we can. Okay, there's a seagull nest here, so we can rescue Steffi the seagull. Okay, I was thinking more about eat, but okay, we could rescue her if you like. Also, yes, somebody go and get that wood as a matter of priority. That's pretty high up the list. And in terms of fish, there's some fish. Right, somebody go and get us some fish as quick as you like too. Food's not doing so bad, but water's going to be a disaster very, very soon indeed if we can't get some wood and thus fuel in. And yeah, I see Steffi the seagull right there, who we are apparently rescuing. What does Steffi do? Steffi gets hungry faster. This is, like, the one thing we don't need. Steffi the seagull will also refuse to actually eat raw fish. Steffi the seagull insists that we cook their food for them, and I'm guessing Steffi's not going to be actually contributing much. Actually, apparently Steffi is allowed to do fishing duties together with scavenging and hauling. So, I mean, okay, maybe you can do something. What are you going to do? Are you going to go catch fish for us and bring them back? Because if so, you are useful. Fair enough. In that case, you are useful. And you don't drink water. So, okay, I like you more already. Now, somebody go and scavenge the town. There might be some food or water or something there. And I'm guessing... hang on, did you just... Yes, you pick up 1 fish, then you come back. Fine. So you can actually do a little bit of work by yourself. Alright, fine. I don't regret bringing you along that much. So we've got wood in, but it's still drying for the time being, which means we've got no water whatsoever. How's everyone feeling, by the way? Not great. Not great so far. In fact, hang on. Wasn't there... I swear we used to have 1 more person than this. Someone may have died. No, 7 humans, 1 seagull. Actually, everyone's accounted for. It's fine. Okay, food and water is basically at 0 right now. We are just producing enough to keep people alive. And when I say keep people alive, once again, Hook is in the process of sort of dying right now. But that's just sort of unfortunate. It's a thing that happens. Basically, we're going to finish actually looting this island, and then we're just getting the hell out of Dodge. Because I can't help but notice we've got ourselves a water tower. That's nice, and we've got the oil to get there. Then, we've got some form of mystery thing. Okay, while it's not very efficient, I'm going to move 2 racks over towards drying fish. Because at the bare minimum, we do have fish. We just can't cook it fast enough right now. So just dry some of the fish, because at least that's worth some food. That's definitely not a terrible idea. Because, like, some not particularly efficient food is better than dying of starvation. Oh, and there's some canned food right there. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I think Hook might be on the way out, unfortunately. I'm not sure Hook's going to be with us much longer. She appears to be... Oh, that's her dead on the ground right now. No, actually, no. She's just having a nice sleep. Okay, I would wake up and then maybe, like, go and grab some water. Because there's definitely water somewhere. No, she's focusing on moving fish around. You know what? She died doing what she loved. Hauling fish. Alright, guys. Make a break for the water tower. We can make it to the water tower with the aid of our last bit of fuel. That's all we've got. So, just somebody get to the flipping water tower. Alright? Somebody go over there. And nobody bother going over to the flipping seaweed because that's useless and just weighing us down. Abandoned shack. That's a bit of a mystery, to be honest. No, leave that be for the time being. Instead, yeah, someone else just focus on gathering this giant convenient pile of wood. That's very bloody convenient. Oh, I think she actually managed to get herself a drink. She's not dying, alright? Squid and Hook are both in the process of dying, but they're not dead yet. Sweaty will start dying soon, but we're okay. We're okay for now. We've got fresh water coming in. We're going to get all 7 people to whatever that is at the end. In fact, with our new process of, doing some fish drying and some fish cooking, food is actually exploding. We've got ourselves flipping loads of food on this occasion. We just need ourselves, more flipping wood coming in just to dry some of that off. We're actually in good shape here, aside from the fact everyone's dying of thirst. But, like, we're going to sort that out momentarily. Okay, 23 food, both distillers active, nobody dead. Guys, you have been flipping killing it. And to celebrate, I've unlocked a brand new building for you. Because I appreciate just sleeping on a bed that is literally floating above the water probably has not been fun. So I sure hope everyone enjoys... Oh yeah, they flippin' love their brand new house. He just could not wait to jump in there and grab some sleep. Love it. Alright, plenty of spare wood, plenty of spare plastic, plenty of metal, water not technically at 0. Okay, just ticked over to 0 as I was saying that. But it wasn't at 0 when I started that sentence. Let's figure out what's next, because I really hope it's not a boss, because if so, I've no idea what form that would take. Aha! I recognise that island. I'm back at the beginning. Right, so right now, it's a loop. Because as I say, early access game. So yeah, this is kind of more of a proof of concept than anything else. But obviously, when we get to the full game, that will presumably be the end of Sector 1. And at that point, you'll move into more and more difficult stuff. But then again, yeah, we're barely holding on as it is. Bloody hell. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think you get the point. This here is Flotsam, and it is indeed basically a colourful, happy-looking, but still very much in the mood to absolutely murder you version of Frostpunk, except with, like, happy, colourful, lovely blue water, rather than terrifying blizzards and misery. But the design philosophy seems to be very, very similar indeed. Now, I will say, as an early access game, it is indeed very much clearly early access, which is, there's a lot of work yet to be done in terms of fleshing out the campaign. Right now it is somewhat limited as the one mode you've got, you loop back to the beginning after you get to the end of the first little area. But what's here, the foundation, the proof of concept, is interesting and pretty, and I'd like to see more of it. So I'm going to put this one aside for now, but when it reaches version 1.0, comes out properly, we will see this again, because with a bit of time and love and attention, this could be something very, very special indeed. So I shall keep my eye on this, ladies and gentlemen, and let you know how it's getting along. We shall see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nut, and this has been Flotsam. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh no! Oh dear! America's decided they do not like us! Just want to finish off China. I can die happily. Well, not happily because there's nuclear fire involved, but moderately happily. There we go! I've just started... Oh god. The Earth was fun, wasn't it? We can all agree the Earth was great.